This is my definitely not abused cheap Chinese excavator, and it has a problem that plagues many of these excavators. The bolts used as pins are frequently too short, leaving the threads of the bolt resting against the pin boss, which leads to movement at the pin, and it makes the machine feel more jerky than it would otherwise. We're going to fix that today on the Burnouts and Rotor Blades YouTube channel. Welcome to the Burnouts and Rotor Blades YouTube channel. Let's go do something awesome. If your excavator has bolts for pins like mine, you probably have this problem. Even if you don't have bolts, here's how to check. What you're looking for is the pin to move in the frame side of the boss. This can happen in any machine for worn parts or improper maintenance, and by that I mean lack of greasing. In extreme cases, it can wallow out the hole and lead to breakout. Mine was caught early because I could feel a big ka-chunk every time I changed direction on the boom control. I ordered a 30mm by 200mm steel shaft and 2 collars. You could probably just replace the bolt with the pin and be done, but I wanted to extend the frame bosses to provide more support. It's a little overkill, but you can never have too much overkill. The thick abrasive sludge that I call metal grease is a good indicator for excessive wear. I will re-grease after an hour of use for the first 2 hours after we get everything back together. Before welding, we're going to remove the paint and clean the weld area for the collars. If you look really close, you can see how pitted the metal is. There is something interesting I noticed about these Chinese machines. You'll see there's pitting in all of the places we grind. I have my thoughts, but comment down below with your thoughts on the cause.
Way more stable. Way more stable.
I considered just welding the old nut to the new pin and leaving this piece on the side, but I like the idea of welding on the collars and using a bolt pin like name brand machines. Half of the welds have porosity pinholes that you can see through the factory paint, and that level of craftsmanship is low enough that I might be able to match it. I'm not sure this shows a failure in build quality or that there is a weight limit on the armrest. This rental was rough on the machine either way. Cue the meme of Chris Farley from Tommy Boy singing, "Fat guy in a little excavator." Cleaning the weld area is really important to keep the porosity out of the weld. And then I'll start welding with the bottle on so I have tons of porosity that I will leave because it matches the welds on the rest of the machine. Plus, once it's painted, it should look factory. That looks pretty decent. Now all we have to do is drill the other side for the bolt that will hold the pin in the machine. I wanted to open up the end of the hole to help with getting the bolt in. I might upgrade this to a larger pin size if this iteration doesn't last, but this pin shouldn't see any real force. Since I was getting paint mixed up, I had the yellow paint matched too, so I could address these bubbled up areas under the hydraulic lines. Since I rent these machines out, I like the customer facing parts to stay really nice. The factory paint was challenging to match, but a local paint shop printed the recipe right on the can.
I mean, if you squint hard enough, it looks great. Not bad. You can't even really tell.
After about an hour moving dirt around in the backyard, the new pin makes the machine feel substantially more solid, and the paint matches really well. In case I didn't mention it before, don't forget to grease your machine, and if you don't mind, hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe to see me fix whatever the renters break next. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.